7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Number 1.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to American Top 40. I'm Kasem, and I'm all set to count down the 40 biggest hits on the pop chart. Well, we have 2 big debuts this week, including a brand new hit by Brandy. But before we start counting them down to number 1, let's recap last week's top 3. At number 3, I'll Never Break Your Heart by Backstreet Boys. At number 2, Crush by Jennifer Page. And at number 1 for the second week in a row, One Week by Bare Naked Ladies. Now, can Bare Naked Ladies hang on for a third big week at number 1? Only one way to find out. Let the countdown begin.
Number 40.
Kicking off the survey is the first of this week's 2 big debuts. It's a song from the soundtrack to the hit film How Stella Got Her Groove Back, starring Angela Bassett and Whoopi Goldberg. Here's Jamaican rapper Shaggy, along with Janet, on Love Me, Love Me.
Give a little bit of that, a little bit of this, let them know, yeah. Shaggy, Shaggy,
The hits from coast to coast.
All week long, Radio and Records determines the most played hits in the USA, and we count them down on American Top 40. Well, now we're up to Dance and Shout, a hit for a singer from Jamaica who achieved a unique first 7 years ago. He became the first reggae star to perform live in South Africa. For many years, there was a worldwide artistic boycott of South Africa. Many performers refused to perform there until the repressive system of apartheid came to an end. And after a long struggle, it finally did come to an end in 1993. In the months that followed, many acts who had previously shunned South Africa arrived in the country to perform and to celebrate the land's newfound freedom. And in the midst of those many acts, there was also a reggae singer. He was born Orville Burrell in Kingston, Jamaica, and moved to Brooklyn, New York when he was 18. He performs under the name Shaggy. Shaggy says that for many South Africans, reggae was a music they'd heard only on bootleg cassettes, but never live. He put on about a dozen shows, and the response was overwhelming. This week, the man who brought live reggae to South Africa is at number 32 in our countdown, Shaggy with Dance and Shout.
American Top 40.
Hi, this is Kasem. The reggae-flavored rapper named Shaggy has climbed our survey 5 different times in his career, and this time he's rapped himself all the way up to number 2. Along with his musical partner Rick Rock, Shaggy is just a notch away from his first number 1 hit with It Wasn't Me. Will Shaggy and Rick Rock have a run at number 1? We'll find out as we present our official countdown of the biggest hits in the USA on American Top 40. And that means we're up to the number 1 song in the USA. It's by a performer who was dropped by his label. And then he recorded a song for a movie soundtrack. And he parlayed that into a whole new career. After recording 3 albums for Virgin Records, the artist with this week's number 1 song was released from that contract. Although he had some success, the label didn't feel that he had a future. And so they let him go. A decision, by the way, that they now admit was, quote, terrible. The performer didn't have any other labels knocking on his door asking for a new album, but he did have a request from MCA Records to record a song for a movie. The movie was the hit How Stella Got Her Groove Back, and the song he recorded was Love Me, Love Me, a duet with Janet Jackson. He did a lot of promotion for the song, and MCA Records noticed that whenever he did an interview in a market, sales increased. They figured he had a certain something, and so they offered him a chance to do another album. That risk eventually paid off with a number 1 CD and the song that once again is the biggest hit in the land. The number 1 song in the USA on American Top 40 for the 4th week in a row is Angel by Shaggy.
Now this one dedicated to all of you them who out there and know to say nice things to them girls.
The hits from coast to coast.
And that means we're up to the number 1 song in the USA. It's by a singer who says his career didn't really take off until he found a record company that understood reggae could be a moneymaker. This Jamaican rapper put out 3 albums for his first record company, and one of those albums was honored with a Grammy for Reggae Album of the Year. But he says that even after winning the Grammy, his sales just weren't very good. And he feels the reason was that his first record company didn't give him enough support. They treated him like a one-hit wonder. They figured reggae was just a passing fad, and his career wasn't going to last. Eventually, he changed record companies. He moved to MCA Records, where he says there was a lot more respect for his talent and his unique mix of reggae and hip-hop. And that did the trick. Now, he's one of the hottest performers on the charts today. A performer who, once again, has the biggest hit in the land. The number 1 song in the USA on American Top 40 for the 8th week in a row is Angel by Shaggy.
Girl, you're my angel, you're my darling angel.
American Top 40.
We're counting down the biggest hits of the week. Well, now we're up to the song Freaky Girl by a reggae star who's up to his 6th top 40 hit, and yet critics still think he's a one-hit wonder. That star is Shaggy, and Shaggy says the problem seems to be the attitude the record industry has towards reggae singers, that they're here today and gone tomorrow. He says even after hitting number 1 with his song It Wasn't Me, and then hitting number 1 with Angel, he was still hearing people in the industry and press saying, "Too bad, that's it for Shaggy." Shaggy says their attitude is, quote, "They come, they go, fly by day, fly by night." And he says that may be true for others, but it sure isn't for him. Quote, "You don't survive in this business for 10 years if you don't know what you're doing. And I'm telling you, I know what I'm doing," unquote. And what he's doing is hitting the chart with one hit after another. This week, Shaggy has survey song number 32 on American Top 40. Here's Freaky Girl. From the 6 million selling CD Hot Shot, that's Shaggy with Freaky Girl. This week, the song slips from 31 to 32. Who'll have the number 1 song this week? We're on our way to the answer as the countdown rolls on.